What's going on, everybody? This is Transparency Thursdays. We got my boy D-Lo on today. We're gonna discuss a few things, chop it up. We also will get a chance to meet each other because we haven't really met each other in person. We linked up on
We
Facebook
have.
and we've been talking since then, and it's been brotherly love since. So, I like to welcome D-Lo to the podcast. D-Lo, gonna
I just want to
tell the people a little bit about you.
first. I just want to say I appreciate you for having me on, bro. I see what you're doing. I like what you're trying to do. I like the direction you're going, and I'm gonna support any way I can. Me personally, shit. Pretty just the basics. 32. Um, got 3 kids. Married. Been with the same woman since I was 17 years old. We've been together 14 years. Been married 2 years this year. That's the basics.
Three
Full
kids,
time
three.
dad, no
Yep.
outside kids besides the kids from my wife. So that's the basics.
Okay. Okay. Three kids. What's the ages?
See, oldest is 9. My middle, he'll be 7 in October, and then my youngest, she'll be 4 in October. Their
Okay.
birthday 5 days apart.
Okay. I got 12, 7, and 3. All boys. What you got? Boys and girls? I
All
got boys, all
boys,
girls. I got all boys.
man. I went girl, boy, girl.
Girl, boy, girl. So your oldest a
Yeah,
girl, your youngest a
girl,
girl.
boy,
Okay.
girl, man.
How's that having a middle son in between two girls?
Honestly, it was a blessing. I thought he was gonna be my last. Honestly, shoot, I was straight with having a girl and the boy. I felt like that was the perfect match. But I feel like going back was gonna be being greedy. But you know how life is. Life and God got different plans for you. So we was blessed with another. But having him as the middle is amazing because you know he. I say this. He gets to protect his little sister and be that, but he also gets to be a learner and be that student from his older sister. So it's a
Okay.
blessing.
Okay. Okay. I can feel that. I can feel that. A marriage and a lifelong companion, and a partnership gonna bring kids. That's what's gonna come out of
Oh yeah, most definitely.
that.
Most definitely. If everybody healthy and everything, oh yeah, you definitely gonna have some kids.
Oh yeah. You going for the fourth? Or you done?
No, we done.
Okay. What you
I ain't
do to
gonna lie, we
prevent?
might have. I would like to adopt in the future.
Okay. I was thinking
Nah,
about
man,
that too.
I like to
Later,
adopt or be
later
a
on
foster
down the
parent.
line, though.
Yeah,
Later
yeah,
on
later
down
on
the
down the line.
line. What you do to prevent the fourth?
Honestly, my wife got her tubes tied.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know what I mean? And at that point in time, like we had the discussion, it was like, well, why don't you get snip snip? And to be honest, like from the research I had at that point in time, I was like, well, I've heard, and all I had to do was hear it changes men in some kind of way. And I was like,
Mhm.
no. And then I was like, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And she was like, well,
Okay.
I don't want no more kids. And since you ain't doing it, I'm gonna do it. And that's just how that
Okay.
went.
Do you know anybody that got snipped?
Do I know somebody who got snipped?
Yeah. Do you know anybody that got a vasectomy?
You said, do I know somebody? Yeah. My brother.
You do? Yeah. I got one too.
Yeah, my brother got snipped. Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother
And
got
it
snipped. The thing
and it
is,
didn't change. It didn't
like,
change nothing.
ain't nothing changed. But I also know somebody who got, well, I don't know him, but there's this famous person who I hear about who got snipped. Ain't nothing changed, but bro still having babies. He done had about 7 kids since he got snipped.
For real?
So, he done had about 7 kids since he got snipped. And this a
I don't
famous
know.
athlete. I forgot his name. I'll look his name up, but yeah, he done had like I think about 7 kids after he got snipped.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that doctor was doing. He snipped me, burnt me, sold me back up,
Yeah.
and that was it. It's over with.
I
But I
mean,
wanna,
I
I
don't know.
wanna
Like me personally,
go ahead.
me personally, like I never actually dove in. Like my research was from hearsay from older men, like who
Okay.
have in the space and who talk about, had those kind of conversations, just their experiences and their friends' experiences. And then when you just, like, I was just against it. And like I said, I was supporting her whether she was with it or against it. And she was just like, nah, bump that.
Yeah, yeah. My
So it
I
was what it was.
actually I actually researched it before. I told myself I wanted to turn 30. I wanted to be done with college. I wanted to have a degree under my belt. be done with my children, and not have no more kids by 30. That was my goal. And I researched it. You researched it based on the man's point of view, but I researched it based on the woman's point of view. And this not anything against anybody who did get their tubes tied and stuff. But what I was reading was it's cancerous, and it got a lot of stuff that goes on when you get your tubes tied inside the labor room, or they do it directly after the baby stuff. So I said, hey, let me research and see how I can help this situation. When I saw $35 with my insurance, and I'm in boxer briefs for 7 days, I went for
it. So you said, from your research, and you said you looked at it from the woman's point of view, and you said when women get the C-section, not the C-section, but their tubes tied, that they have a more likely chance of what? Again, like cervical cancer?
Like cervical cancer, a lot of things. Like menopause starts early. Just research on things that I was seeing, and I didn't really talk to.
I'm not even gonna lie. We ain't even do. My wife or I did. We didn't even do any of that research, bro. It was just more so the kids had. I did that kind of research, and I saw that, like not that cancer. Funny. Yeah, that cancer shit. Like that's a trigger for me. So I definitely would have probably took the route you took. Most likely, I definitely would have took the route you took.
But that's the thing. That's why I like to bring it up, and I like to tell people about it, because a lot of people be like, "Oh boy, I ain't getting snipped and all this other stuff." And I inform, especially in our community, in the Black community, it's normal for I'm just gonna get my tubes tied. I ain't worried about that. Mm-hmm. Secondly, it's not common in Black men. I don't know if it's common in white men or other races, but I know for me, with Black men, I don't have a lot. You don't hear a lot of people running around like, "Oh yeah, bro, I'm finna go get snipped." You don't hear that.
I would say,
my knowledge.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I would say that stigma is starting to change, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely say that. But we just gotta start having these kind of conversations, because you just blew my mind about that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And like you say, like we barely. Go ahead.
I'm agreeing with you. We got to start having those. I call them uncomfortable conversations. The conversations that people push away from, that they don't want to have, or it's not subject to sound cool, or oh man, what the hell they talking about? I don't want to talk about that. No, those are conversations we need to have in the Black community. What type of work you do, D-Lo?
I'm the best dog groomer you'll ever meet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I groom dogs. I fell into it. It wasn't like, trust me, it wasn't like, oh, I want to be a dog groomer when I grow up. Nah, I just fell into it. And it's honestly been a blessing ever since I fell into it. I'm not even gonna hold you.
You do it for yourself, or you do it for a company?
I do it for a company. I was doing it for myself, but honestly, that comes with a lot of responsibility.
Okay.
And I wasn't in a position to keep doing that for myself. Like, I had to stop. I literally had I was pretty much picking up dogs on my off days and doing them at the crib, making extra money, trying to pick up my clientele like that from the job.
Yeah.
I had a day where a dog actually ended up getting loose and running away.
Wow.
So you know how it is. Like, man, you know how it is when your dog get off the chain and you trying to chase your own dog, and how they make you chase them and all that. Now imagine if that's a stranger's dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's 10 times worse. And then on top of that, this is a client who your business that you're trying to build, is kind of in their hands. Your reputation is kind of in their hands, and you done lost their dog. So it's like, yeah, bro. After that, I ain't lose the dog. I ended up getting the dog back. It took me like 2 or 3 hours to get that dog, bro. But after that, I was like, I was so ready to give up, but I was on the phone with my friend, one of my best friends, and shouts out to him, man. We laugh about it today, but I still tell him, I thank him so much, because it was like, if it weren't for him telling me, bro, you got to do it, you can do it, bro, just keep going, bro, don't give up. Like, I would have gave up. But yeah, I found a dog. But yeah, I've been grooming for about 10 years, man.
Oh, you got to send me the info, man. I got a dog downstairs there. I was actually just reached out to a mobile groomer earlier to come to the house, but I'm definitely gonna support it just because my brother grooming dogs. I'm bringing Nova to you. I got a little mutt downstairs.
I mean, I would love for you to do that, I would love for you to do that, but we about 1,000 miles apart, right? I live in Texas now.
I thought you was in Georgia, man. I didn't know you live in Texas.
See, yeah, we moved. Yeah, we get to know each other. Yeah, we moved to Texas probably about 5 years ago. Well, yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah.
Oh man, I thought you was here. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. I gotta
Yeah,
come
you
to
know how
Texas and
everybody.
visit then.
Oh yeah, come to Dallas, bro.
I ain't never been to Texas before, man.
You ain't been?
I've never been to Texas before.
You ain't never? All right, have you ever had a water burger?
No,
Oh yeah, you gotta come to Texas, bro. It's the
no,
best
no. I
fast
got
food chain in the world, bro.
I gotta get out to Texas, man. I did not know you was in Texas, bro.
Yes, sir. Now you got a reason.
Okay, for sure. You so is married. So this marriage life. You say been together 14 years, got married 2 years. I mean, not 2 years. How long y'all been married?
We've been married for 2 years.
Okay, okay.
2 years
So
this year in October.
2 years in October.
Yep.
Okay, congratulations. Congratulations on
Appreciate you,
that.
brother.
Now I'm trying to remind time. We ain't old, we wise. So my mind be losing me. Now, I went to school with Brianna,
Right, right,
but
right, right, right.
what school did you go to?
I went to Pebblebrook for 2 years, and then I
Okay.
finished out at Oakwood.
Okay. Okay. So that's
Yeah,
when so that's pretty much what we talking junior senior year. That's when the relationship started with Brianna.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, the end of my
Something
junior
like
year.
that.
End of my
Okay.
junior year.
Okay. Cool.
But I throw this caveat in there. She was always like the one for me.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel
And
it.
I know we'll get more into that later, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where we going next.
All right, let's go. However you want to
so
move it, brother.
so how did you I guess y'all been together 14 years, got married 2 years, being transparent. What made you wait so long
For the marriage?
for the marriage? For the marriage part of it.
All right. So when we first moved out and got our own spot together, I think I was
Mm-hmm.
18 or 19, somewhere around that. And you keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
like she's like a year and a half older than me.
Okay.
So when we together, probably 2 months of moving in together, we had been together probably 3 years at that time, 2.5, 3 years. So when we first moved in together, I suggested that we get married, and I suggested that because of the type of family that I come from. I come from like a conservative, Christian, traditional based family. Marriage is
Okay.
big in my family. You know what
Okay.
I mean? And especially on my mom's side, who that's who I really was with the majority of the time. Was my mom's side of the family. You know how majority of us is.
Right.
And so like my grandparents, they were married until my grandmother died, 50 plus years. All my uncles and aunties are married. Like marriage life is big in my family. So when we moved in together, I asked her, I was like, man, I think we should just go on to the courthouse and get married. Her response was, I don't think we financially ready for that. I said, well, what money got to do with it? We together, we got our own space. Let's do this right instead of so we not just shacking up. You know what I'm saying? And she was just not with it. She was like, our money not right. We just not. I don't think we there yet. And I was like, all right, but don't expect for me to just ask you this again.
You're right. You're
And
absolutely
that
right.
was the end of that That was the end of that conversation. And I never asked her again until like she pressed me about why haven't you asked me? But
Mm.
and that was after we done had two kids. So this is 7 years after that. About seven, eight
Okay.
years after that.
Okay. So my that's crazy. You said y'all moved out and got your own spot. Me and Chanel, that's my wife's name. We did the same thing, but we got married in 2009. Chanel didn't go to high school with us. She went to Wheeler. I
Mm,
graduated from Pebblebrook, and me and Chanel will be married 13 years in December.
mm.
Yeah, so we married
So fresh out of high school, y'all went and did it.
fresh out of high school, and I
Let
always
me ask
tell
you this,
people,
and I know this your show, and I hate to ask you because you the interviewer. But let me ask you
no,
this:
I want you to ask me.
Did she? Okay, cool. Did she come from a marriage-based family? Like, do they believe in that?
So actually her mom and her dad were they were married, but they got divorced when she was 2. And then her mom remarried. But when I met her mom wasn't married. So I don't really know. I don't really know if I don't really know if it's a family thing on like they're really big on marriages or not. I wouldn't be able to answer that, but I do know that her mom definitely was for it and with it when we talked about getting married. Because
I
bro,
got you.
I went in man, I was working at a warehouse and when I proposed, man, I came home at 4 o'clock in the morning, sweaty, dirty, black stuff all in my nose. And look, I kneeled down in the bed, woke up out of her sleep. She was pregnant with our first son. And I said, will you marry me?
Dang.
And she was like, "What, boy? Yeah." She closed the ring down. I mean, opened up the thing. I opened up the thing, put the ring on, and then went on back to sleep. And it's been like that ever since. But I always tell
That's
people when
beautiful.
they tell me, you know, the first thing they say in the black community, "Well, what? You got married when you were 19? Oh, boy, no, you
Nah, that's
can't. No,
beautiful.
you know this and that." But the thing is, us getting married young like that was really an eye opener for me at a young age because we got married in 2009, had my son in 2010. Um, and in 2011, her mom passed. Now, my wife is West African. She's Liberian.
Wow.
Right, right. So when her mom passed, we were left with her two younger sisters, which were 12 and 16. So we actually had to become younger. We actually had to become adults, like early,
That's crazy.
and finish raising our sisters. Then, of course, we had our own children and stuff like that. And now everything is full circle. But man, it was some tough times. You know what I'm saying? Two
Yeah.
kids basically trying to find their way as adults in this marriage thing. So I tell people, man, it's not a bad thing to get married young. You want to grow old and know that on your stage of getting old, you were guided by basically trial and tribulation through your partner. That's essentially
Right.
what it is, man. Until you get in your steady road state of marriage, it's pretty much trial and tribulation till you get to where you need to be and you pretty much level set and y'all pretty much coasting.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
It takes a
Yep.
lot of work, but it takes a lot of work to get to that point.
Oh, it take a lot of work, man. Like you told old boy on the thing, man, marriage is hard.
Yeah.
Marriage
It's
is
not
hard,
something
man.
easy, man. It's not something easy. And but honestly, like I say this, honestly, I think, and you know they say God works in mysterious ways. I honestly think that was
Mm-hmm.
God working when she said when she first turned down like
Yeah.
me proposing us to get married. Like because to
Now
be
I've
honest,
never.
looking
Oh, go
back,
ahead.
looking back at it, bro, like and hearing your story, I didn't approach it how you approached it. Like I
Okay.
didn't have a ring. I didn't have a like I had a job. I was working, but
Okay.
it wasn't a good job by any means. I was working at Family Dollar, and I was
Okay.
only part time. But you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a ring. I didn't get down on one knee. Like I honestly just it was like I just woke up and I just suggested it to her. Like I think we should go get married today.
Right. But your heart, but
But
look,
my
your heart
heart
was
was
in the
in it.
right place. Your
My
heart was in
heart
the
was in
right
the
place,
right
most
place. Everything
definitely.
was in the right place, and it wasn't like let's just do it to do it. Like nah, I really wanted to do it. But
Yeah.
I think that it happened. The way it happened was actually better for us because looking back at it, we wasn't ready, bro.
Yeah. And I've never heard somebody's story come back and say a man proposed. And well, I haven't heard it firsthand, like hearing it from you, that a woman came back and was like, "Oh no, we not financially ready." You know, that was a big step for her because for some women, if they would have said that to a man, that would have hurt his pride. And he probably would have
Bro,
never
it
asked
did.
again. They probably wouldn't even been
It
together. I
did.
know it hurt the pride. With this Transparency Thursday, I know you cried in the car.
Bro,
It's
it hurt.
okay.
It hurt, bro. It hurt. I ain't shed a tear, but that just hurt,
Yeah.
bro. But that's why I told her, like, okay, being that you saying no, I'm never asking you again.
But why would you respond back and say you're never asking again? You know, but you know why I won't ask you that. You know why you responded like that? Because y'all were two children finding y'all way. But guess what? Now you respect her more
But
as that same woman who
it was a
told
little
you
more
that.
than that. It was a little more than that, and to be fully transparent, it's because I have like, and I've learned this over the recent years over doing work on myself. Like I found out that I have abandonment and rejection issues, and that stems from like the way how I
Mm.
was with my dad, the relationship with me and my dad. You know, so when I propose something out the kindness of my heart, and I know it's good, and it's like good intentions is for the betterment of me and whoever I'm proposing it to, and I get rejected, then I just shut down. And I'm like, fuck it. We're gonna do this shit. We're gonna do this shit the other way,
So
the
you
ratchet
felt
way.
like so that was a trigger for you. So that brought out
Yeah, it really
something
was.
you
But
say
at that time, I didn't know.
abandonment and rejection. Wow.
At that
Wow.
time, I didn't know it was a trigger for me at all, bro. So of course you got
Wow.
of course you got the regular thing with men, how our ego and our pride get hurt. That's regular for
Right.
any man. But also I had that trigger of that abandonment and slash rejection trigger. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And that's something I've been battling for a long time. Like I said, bro, like the last year or two, just doing work on myself, I just found out about that.
Wow. So have you gone to therapy, or you working on, you're doing self-reflection right now? You in that phase?
I'm interested, and I want to go to therapy. Like I love the thought of going to therapy. I'm for therapy. I'm pro therapy, but I just honestly don't have the time. And I
Yeah.
don't want to do the social media therapy. And when I do start therapy, I'm gonna take it serious. I know I'm gonna be
Right.
vetting more than one therapist. I'm not just gonna go to the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And say, okay, you my therapist. I'm gonna have to vet multiple therapists, find the one that's right for me, and I'm gonna be serious. But it's like right now, I got a family. I'm trying to buy a house for and all this. So I got to put that on the back burner and just do self work as best as I can and
Okay.
listen to therapists and tune in to therapists who have podcasts and YouTube channels and stuff like that.
And Ken, you definitely not trying. You definitely not trying to buy a house. You're gonna purchase your house. Now I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
if your
most
aim. I
definitely.
don't know if your aim is to purchase it by the end of 2022 or the beginning of 2023. Notice how I said that, by the end of
Yeah.
2022 or the beginning of 2023. But you're gonna purchase it. We ain't trying no more. We doing it.
Oh
We
yeah,
speaking
I
that.
appreciate that. Them big
We
facts.
we affirming that. We speaking that to fruition.
Them big
Um,
facts.
what was I about to say? So sliding into the next topic. That's a good segue. Being that you know now that you have abandonment and rejection issues, which are stemming from your father growing up, what do you do differently with your son so he won't have those same sayings when he gets older? Like, how do you deal with your son? I guess my question is, how do you balance out? I take that back, not your son. How do you deal with your children, knowing that that's a trigger for you?
I'm proactive with my kids,
Proactive. I like that.
and
Proactive.
I don't lead them on. Like my daddy
Okay.
he used to lead me on, and he wasn't proactive at all. Like, and but what's crazy is I never gave up giving him a chance, and that's what kids do. So like, and I really want the mothers to hear me. Like, you don't. My mother never bashed my dad. She never
Yep.
told me anything wrong about him or anything. I found everything about him out on my own, and it only took me into my teen years until
Yep.
until that logic really started forming in my brain and seeing how I was really being done. But
Yep.
like I said, bro, I'm proactive with my kids. I make sure I dedicate time to them every chance that I get. When they want to have conversation with me as soon as I get off work, whether it whether if it's something pointless like last night, my oldest, I'm fixing me something to eat, and mind you, I haven't ate work all day. I mean, I haven't ate all day because I've been at work, and she's telling me, Daddy, I can draw a cube. Deep down, bro, I didn't want to waste no time watching her draw a cube, but I was like, you can? Let me see you draw that cube, baby. And she showed me her drawing the cube, but doing stuff like that, that means something to a child. And,
Man, let me tell you.
so you gotta be intentional about the time you spend with them. Because honestly, forget the money. It's all about the time, the conversations. That's
That's
all it's
it.
about. And it's not all about what you want to do. Sometimes you got to do what they want to do.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it, man. So you got 9, 7, and 4, right?
Yep.
So I got 12. I got 12, 7, and 3. So you dealing with a 3-year-old who think he run the house, the 7-year-old directly in the middle, and the 12-year-old is arguing with both of them, trying to let them know that he the big brother. And one thing I noticed about
Yeah,
kids.
that's sound like my house, bro.
Yep. One thing I noticed about kids don't give a damn what's at the top of your brain or the bottom of your brain. Whatever they got
Nope.
going on, you gonna hear it.
You 100% right. Especially with my
You gonna
son.
hear it.
Because my son has no filter. He's he's like me. I watch what I say to certain people. Like if I know it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
offend you, I probably won't say it. Like
Yep.
unless you just take me there and I'm like, okay, I don't care no more. But my
Right.
son, he don't care if it offends you or not. If he feels it, he's gonna say it. And I just love that about him.
Yeah.
He's willing to speak his mind. But yeah, you're
Mm-hmm.
right. Them kids don't have no filter.
They gonna say it, boy. They gonna leave it all on the table. And you gotta respect
You're
them for it.
100% right.
You gotta respect them for it. As far as I know you saw when I captioned it. Do you know what BBIA mean?
Nah, my
You
bad,
heard me?
bro. My wife calling me right now.
Nah, you good.
Hello. My bad, bro. My wife was calling me, bro.
Nah, you good. Do you
You
know what
said
BBIA?
BBIA? Nah, I didn't. I
Yeah.
thought it was like Black Boys in America.
Being black in
I
America.
I don't know what it is. Is what?
Being being black in America.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yep. I always ask this when I get somebody on the show. Give me one time where somebody did something to you and it was you could caption it being black in America. Something somebody did to you.
I got so many of them stories.
I want a good one though.
I work. I mean, they all on the same level. Like working with these. Like I say this. Like the last person I worked for. Mind you, I work for a private company, and these folks they rich and they
Mm,
older people. Like older like German white guy, man. And he's a good guy. He's a good guy, but thinking that it's okay to tell me a joke, and just because he's telling me a joke, saying nigga,
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Um,
And they don't really
I
get they
mean, it's
don't
so
really
much,
get the
bro.
fact of they don't really get the fact of what they don't understand is once you open up that barrier or that gateway and you say that N word, there's no way
Ain't no
I
com-
can take that lightly. There's no way I can take it
Mm-mm.
lightly. I don't care if
I
you're
don't care
telling me a
what and
joke.
what term you use it.
I don't care what setting it is, any of that. And it's ignorance because you know what that word means. You understand. You ain't stupid. Don't play on my top like that, man. You ain't stupid. You understand.
But I'm gonna be 100% honest. Besides instances like that, I do my best to try to chalk it up and not to chalk it up to being just this just happened to me because I'm black.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's operating from a victim
Okay.
mindset. You know what I'm saying? And it's like so
Wrong
many
is
great
wrong.
things happen.
You
Wrong is
dealing
wrong.
wrong is wrong and right is right. Yep.
100%.
Yep.
So, I feel like, yeah, a lot of fucked up shit do happen to black people, but a lot of good shit happen to black people too. And a lot of the fucked up shit that happen to black people, a lot of the times that it be more so in a legal sense. Other than that, I mean, black people kind of bring the issues to themselves, in my opinion. Like the
Yeah.
wounds that we have, a lot of the wounds that we have are self-inflicted, and that's just
And
my
you
honest opinion.
and you get a lot. And this Transparency Thursdays, I want you to be as transparent as possible. Ain't nobody jumping on us, and if they want to jump on us, they better jump far.
Oh yeah,
But
I want all the smoke.
I always think about when I talk to you. Me and my wife had these conversations a lot, where I speak on things where like you see things that happen with police brutality and stuff like that, and you like,
Right.
yeah, okay, yeah, they did kill so and so. But when he came to the car, he asked so and so for his license. Why was so and so mad?
Exactly.
Then you play devil's advocate and you like, well, he probably mad because he got a warrant, or he probably mad because the police do mess with him. But sometimes you put yourself in them predicaments, man. And that's why I
Bro,
tell
you are
people, I'm not
100%. Yeah, I feel like we do ourselves a disservice taking accountability
exactly,
away from people, bro.
exactly,
And
exactly.
just because you got stuff going on in your life and everything, like when you get,
Mm-hmm.
let's just keep it on the police brutality. And let's
Mm-hmm.
use the recent situation. I don't know if you've seen the situation with the officer. I know his name is Officer Brooks because she said it like 30 times in the video
With old
about
girl,
the
that was with the
old
girl.
girl in the park with
Yeah,
her
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like, for one, it was in the wrong for his woman to take it to that level. I'm a
yeah.
woman. Why would you in that altercation? You can't right. You leaving it to somebody else. So your best bet is just to accept the bullshit, suck up the bullshit. If you want some bullshit and you got caught on your bullshit, hold yourself accountable. It
That's
is
it.
what it is. But
That's it.
if you feel like you were really wrong and you got the proof that you are really being wrong, then lawyer up and handle it like you should. Acting
That's
ignorant
it.
and acting belligerent is only gonna worsen the situation.
And people don't understand that. Taking for instance, we can go a step further. I was watching Offset. I was watching Offset in the car. Did you see that? Did you see the one
Offset
when
in
the
the
police
car.
pulled over
When
Offset?
was this recently?
Nah, I
Oh,
think
you
this
talking
had to
about
be.
this happened to be a couple years ago when he had it was something about the car. They said something
Yeah,
about
he
the
was in a
tags or something, and
Porsche.
then they smelled weed in the car.
Right, he was in a Porsche or something. You let them pull you over, right? You let them pull you over. First thing you say is, "Oh, you don't know me. I'm Offset from the Migos." So the cop asks you, "Who is that?" Then you go up and you say the guy's asking you for your license. You don't want to give him your license, and you FaceTime your lawyer on the phone. If you're that
Making the
comfortable with your lawyer
situation
that you
worse.
can FaceTime your lawyer, just give him your license, then FaceTime your lawyer. I feel like
Like
I feel like the I go ahead.
no, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, finish your point.
I I feel like the biggest thing we do when it comes to black men in the black community when we get pulled over, I feel like the biggest thing we do is we skip over that first right that they give us. You have the right to remain silent. Soon as they tell us that, we go to running our damn mouth. Every single time, it never fails.
You're 100% right. And and just to be completely transparent, bro, like you can be doing wrong. If you know you doing wrong, stop acting like you not. That's my
You can
whole
be
thing.
doing look, you can be doing wrong and get out of a situation quicker than
And
you
get
doing
out of a
right and get out
situation.
of it.
Exactly. Like if you doing wrong, just keep it 100. If you get caught on your bullshit, like I smoke. When we started this live, bro, I was smoking weed in my car. And if I got pulled over, I would not argue with the officer saying, "What you mean my car smell like weed? What the hell are you talking about? I be 100." Oh yeah, you just missed it, bro. I just put my blunt out.
I just got out of work. I got the rest of it right here. I'm gonna thaw it when I got to the
Like,
house.
oh, what you got any weed in the car? No, I just got these roaches. If it's roaches in the car, cause 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna throw my roaches. But know what I mean? And if you want to search the car, all right, search the car, waste your time and mine.
Yeah,
I don't care. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Do what you gotta do. But I'm not finna argue with somebody. Or I'm not finna trigger the person who has the gun and the legal authority to kill me,
That's
and
it.
he may be having a bad day. He may have got a divorce from his wife last night, or he may have caught his wife cheating on him with his best friend.
That's it.
I don't know what this man got going on, but
That's
I
it.
got somebody to live for. And you know what I'm saying? My ego, that's the thing, the ego and the pride getting in the way, and that's on the men and the women in our community. Like we just let
The
that shit
ego and
run
pride get you killed,
rampage,
man.
and we act
Ego and
like we
pride get
can't
you
be
killed.
sick. Yeah, and that shit get us killed by
I tell you,
police and
mhm.
by people who look just like us all the time.
I tell you a big thing about ego and pride. So my wife get mad at me every time I do it, but we might be in the car, right? And she got this big thing of, oh, what the F you doing when somebody cut her off? Or what you doing this and that? So you heard about in Georgia when the lady was leaving Villa Rica and she cut the lady off and the lady shot her in the face and she had her kids in the car. So I showed her that video and she was like, oh shit, that's what you be talking about. Yeah, let me stop. Yeah, man, let them folks go. If somebody speeding past you and they cutting you off and they doing 90 and y'all only supposed to be doing 45, guess what you say? I hope they make it. Let them pass you. I ain't in no
Bruh,
rush, baby. Let them
you
pass you, man. Let them folks pass you. Them folks be having road rage and they be having a point to prove. I am not getting killed at no traffic light because I flicked somebody off because they cut me off.
Man, you
It ain't worth it.
100% right. And honestly, I had to
It
check
ain't worth
myself on that. 'Cause you can ask my wife. I have the worst road rage, and I'm not gonna lie. I
it.
do drive. Like I drive a long distance, so it frustrates the traffic and everything. I really had to check myself and really put up my home one day, and like you said, woman got cut off. I guess what happened, they shot her on the highway, like in the middle of the highway. So I'm riding down the highway and there's a dead body in the highway. Like police not even there. Like I just see her dead
Wow.
laying in the middle of the highway. The story like I'm watching the news the next 2 days. That is really like, really just stop playing because it ain't even worth it.
Oh yeah.
It ain't
It
even
ain't worth
worth
it,
it.
man.
You
Them
have
folks, them
right, man.
folks.
That ego pride to get you, it
It's the
get you
same
every
thing.
time.
It's the same thing like you were saying with cops, man. You know, you don't know what a person going through. You don't know what that person going through who cut you off. You don't know what that person rushing to. His wife can be her sister. Anybody who drive their sister can be in labor. Anything. You don't know why they speed. As long as they not hitting you, let them folks go, man. Let them folks go. It is not worth it, bro. It ain't worth it, man.
Nah,
Shout
that's
your
real.
podcast out, man.
That's
Shout your
real.
podcast out for Friday, man. Tell the people what
Oh
you
yeah.
got going on
Hey
Fridays
man,
at 10.
y'all tune in to Talk Your Ish podcast or Talk Your Ish Network. We are on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We have all type of conversations, and if you want to join the panel, you're more than welcome. Just hit me in the DM or hit Eric. He'll let me know if you ever want to join the panel. We live on Fridays at 10 p.m.
For
And
sure.
yeah, oh yeah, we also gonna have a sports show coming soon on Sundays. So if you like
Okay.
talking sports, and if you maybe want to be a part of this, hit me up, let me know, because I'm building that team up as we speak. So yeah, that's what we got going on. Appreciate that,
I got a
brother.
link. I got ain't no thing, baby. I gotta support my people. I gotta link you up with my boy Jeremy, man. That's him in the comment section. Georgia boy Howard, man. He got like 3 shows. He got a Unc and Few show. He got Jeremy and Hassan, and he got another show where it's only talking about therapists. I forgot the name of it. My boy doing some real things on that sports thing, man. Y'all check him out too. Georgia boy Howard on Facebook, and then Fan of Atlanta 365 on Instagram. He doing a lot on that sports stuff, man. You know, I cannot stress the importance enough of Transparency Thursdays. This is a platform where I want my brothers to get on here and we chop it up. Whether you going through therapy, whether you're not going through therapy, whether you just
Oh
want to get
yeah.
on here and talk about what happened during your week. I want this platform to be that for everybody. And I appreciate you so much for getting on here and discussing some things, man, and talking about what happened in your growing up, what's going on with fatherhood. Congrats on coming up on 2 years married in October. And I salute you and I appreciate you for coming on here. And I wish you nothing but success in your future endeavors, my brother. You got anything else you want to say to the people before we close it out?
I wish. I appreciate you. Like I said, I love the platform. I can't wait to see how far you go, because I know you going places. And like I said, man, I appreciate this. I want to come back and do it again. Whenever you ready, let me know. We do this again.
For sure. For sure. I'm definitely going to tap in. And look, man, if y'all want to join Transparency Thursdays, just like D-Lo said, hit me in the DM. I'm always going to throw something out there on Mondays and Tuesdays to see who want to come on here. You don't be afraid to come to Transparency Thursdays. This is a platform for you to speak your truth, speak about what's going on with you. And also get to meet up with me. You know, you get to see what's going on with me and you get to see what's going on in life. And we're going to chop it up like that.
Big facts.
We out, man. D-Lo, I appreciate you, brother. We'll tap in.
Appreciate you, brother. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Ain't no thing, baby. Y'all take care.